Ernest, good morning.
Hey, morning.
Is that your cat, Jamie?
Yeah, that's both of my cats.
Oh, there were two cats there?
Yeah, hold.
Oh.
Nice.
The short-haired one is the one that was the Kubernetes 120 mascot, and the other
Oh.
one is his brother.
Oh, I think I remember. This is the one in the space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess cute.
I have a British short hair too
Oh, cool.
in Toronto.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of the 120 release was making that logo with the cat and the lasers, like an old 80s school picture. But the best part of that was that it landed in an AWS blog when they were landing 120 support.
That's awesome.
Oh, my cat's on a blog for AWS now. This is perfect.
Ernest, you're not allergic to cats?
I am,
Oh,
but
okay.
I didn't do the test back when I was in Toronto.
Oh, so you didn't know that you were allergic?
Yeah, so I just sneeze every day. And my mom gave me like anti allergy pill every day because I kept complaining I sneeze every day. So I think she got annoyed.
Yeah, I am definitely allergic to cats.
I am allergic to both, but it's not so bad since I got allergy shots. When I lived in DC and in Michigan, my allergies were just awful, even after the allergy shots, because of all the pollen and stuff outside. But here, there's like nothing grows, so it's just dry and it's great. There's like no mold, there's no pollen.
Hello, Sigotlit.
Hey, Jeremy.
How's it going?
Fancy seeing you here.
Everyone.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hello.
Hello. How's everyone?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good. Waking up.
Yes, I got my coffee.
Yeah, same.
I'm trying this new thing. It's,
What is that?
I don't even know. Plan powered. It's like fake milk, basically.
Ah,
I don't know. It tastes
Oh, it's a cold brew.
it tastes interesting.
Oh.
remember The Office? Mike hands
I don't know
Pam.
what that is.
Oh, the TV show. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you
Oh,
meant
okay.
the physical office.
Yeah, no, the TV show. Michael hands Pam a drink early in the morning. It was cream and sugar. It's just cream and sugar.
Like how much coffee you want in your cream and sugar.
Apparently zero.
Zero. Yeah, that's cream and sugar.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, I've been watching the new extended versions of it.
There's a new one.
I mean, it's the existing one. It's just the extended episodes.
Oh.
Oh, really? They have like director's cuts now?
So, I mean, it's basically just like deleted scenes and whatnot, like integrated. Oh, thank you.
How do you
It is on Peacock.
okay.
It's called.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like Super Fan Edition or something like that. I think.
I take it they don't sell DVDs or any of that.
Oh, I don't know, but it's probably like streaming exclusive. So you get the streaming thing. I think it's. I don't know if it's free actually. We got it with our Comcast thing, so that this was free then.
Gotcha.
It does ads, but it's not that bad.
Also, it has or I don't know if y'all know, like the Comcasting also has the YouTube like sports channel thing, and that's how I was watching the NBA games. It was great. It was like free for I guess limited time or something. Everyone was like, "How are you watching the NBA games?"
And you could also watch Olympics at the time too. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You need to get this box though. It's called like Flex. You can only get the free subscription if you get the box. Yeah. And you don't have to watch it in the box. That whatever the thing is called. It's called Flex or something like that. Yeah.
This is like a Comcast box?
Yeah, Comcast box. They gave you for free.
Right.
You have to return it, obviously, but later on. But yeah, it's for free. But if you get the premium version of the thing, if you get the box. Do you have that, Jeremy?
No, I paid for I paid for Comcast, but then I paid for all of like the other subscriptions. So we're gonna get rid of Comcast at this point. But
I mean, I knew you had Comcast. That's what
Yeah.
I asked.
yeah, I do have Peacock though. I got Peacock originally because I wanted like a couple of years ago because I wanted to watch the Tour de France, and that was like the only way you could watch a couple of the stages. And then I haven't gotten rid of it since then. There's always like one thing that'll pop up that we want to watch on it.
So what do you use for internet?
Comcast.
I mean, so what, if you're gonna remove it, what are you gonna use?
Oh, I'm gonna get rid of cable, but I'll keep
okay,
the
gotcha.
internet piece.
Yeah. I see.
Not many options.
Yeah.
I don't know when I hear you're gonna remove them, like everything.
Yeah, we don't have like they're running fiber to my neighborhood soon. The city is doing municipal fiber now, which is gonna be super dope. But it's gonna be probably like a year before they light everything up. So at that point, no more Comcast.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, I had Google Fiber when I was in the city. It was so good. Oh my god.
Jeremy, is this your first time on this call?
It is.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hey everybody. My name's Jeremy. Like Rita just said, I am at Microsoft. I'm a boomerang to Microsoft. I've been here since March, doing some things upstream in the supply chain security space. I also am a tech lead from SIG release, so you may have seen me for some SIG release things. I cut the 125 release yesterday, so if you're on the Kubernetes dev list, you saw my name. Gonna start helping out here. Happy to be here and help out. I've used Gatekeeper in previous jobs too, so I'm excited to contribute.
Welcome. Thank you for them Kubernetes versions. That's all. I don't know if audio cut out or if that was just supremely dumb. Both.
They don't magically appear, I guess.
Things just work. That's
All right. Well, it's good to have you.
Thanks.
welcome.
Shall we do the agenda?
It's pretty light today.
Yeah, looks like we don't really have much, except the triage.
Well, I added one thing. Just,
Oh! I thought you linked to the release 390. I see.
no, that's I mean, I was just kind of curious what y'all thought about it. Do we want to just jump into that? If so, let's talk about it. So this PR adds more, vulnerability scanning, which is awesome, obviously. But as you can see, right, whenever there is a vulnerability, it obviously will prevent the PR being merged. I mean, at least that's a validation that it will fail. So I was curious if y'all think that job should run on every PR merge into main master, or do we want to have it only run against PRs into release branches? One concern I have there is the contributing experience, right? People may not know how to fix the vulnerabilities, and obviously their PR is blocked.
So are these vulnerabilities that are part of the new code in the PR, or this could be just a pre-existing vulnerability
It's
that
more
newly surfaced?
So this person added more vulnerability checks against packages, not just image. Not just the dependencies we have in the image, but also all the package dependencies. So
just to be clear, so I think we are seeing two vulnerabilities on the Go mod side, and also I think the image scan, because our the 3V version was old, so it didn't scan the binary in the PR. So because he bumped the 3V version, that's why also we are seeing the two vulnerabilities.
Right. And to your point, right? It was part of the PR validation before, right? So that part isn't actually new, but because it wasn't working properly, we didn't actually see the job fail. But the more I was looking at it, the more I'm thinking like, well, a vulnerability could happen anytime, right? So that could actually block people's PRs, and they may not know what to do with it.
Yeah, and what are the possible triggers for scanning for vulnerabilities? Does it have to be on a PR basis? Can it be time-based? Is there any way to limit vulnerability scanning purely to the newer code in the PR?
I think it's PR basis because we want to see it, right? If it's so code QL, for example, is I think when something gets merged into master, but if it's red, then we'll have to manually check, hey, is this red?
Yeah.
So there is no like alerting mechanism. I mean, there is part of the GitHub, but there is not if this is for 3V, we wouldn't have an alerting mechanism. I'm actually surprised that the Dependabot or like the security alerts are not picking up the Go mod issues.
Where?
So in this 3D scan, it reports two vulnerabilities for NPM. Those are known ones. Those are for the website itself, right? They're not fixable. We cannot do anything about them. It doesn't affect Gatekeeper, so it's just completely thing. But those two ones are visible to maintainers as part of the repo. because in a dependabot always tries to fix them, but it can't because of the dependency issues, because it depends on something else.
Oh, you mean
but-
dependabot should have picked that up?
Right, but why
Okay.
I don't know why it's not picking up the. Oh, it's probably because we said dependabot for the patch releases, and then these ones get updated in a minor or like a major release. So
Mm,
that's why dependabot are not picking those up.
gotcha.
Hmm.
So at least we know now, and then we can manually fix them.
Right.
And are these blocking, or are we just concerned that people would see red and excuse me, want to do something about it?
Yeah,
I think it's the latter.
the latter.
I mean, obviously, any one of us could just merge, even if it's red, right? But it doesn't look good,
But it'll always be red until it's fixed.
and it's concerning for like if a contributor sees that, they're going to be like, well, how do I fix this, right? And it's really not something for them to fix, right? That's the point.
I mean, if they introduce a new dependency, it's
Sure.
on them to fix it.
Sure,
but-
that
yeah.
part is correct,
Yeah.
yes. But most of the time, I don't know. Just
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, in my ideal worlds, new code would show up here, and we would run this more frequently than cutting releases, right? So that we could get things within, I don't know, week, couple of days notice of the CVE being discovered. It doesn't sound like the mechanisms are there for either of those things to happen.
I mean, ideally, it would be something like CodeCov, right? Where it dumps a report, but it doesn't actually block PRs.
I thought that's what this was, right? That it
No.
showed red, but it was non-blocking.
No, it actually blocks.
Well, can we just change that bit of it so that the data shows up, or?
Mm. I think CodeCov is different.
What are you talking about? Sorry, I missed it.
So kind of, I was thinking it would ideally we would have something like CodeCov where the report is in the PR, so you see the issues, but it doesn't block.
I mean, this doesn't block either. It's just shows.
Well, it does block in that it's red. It fails,
Yeah,
right?
but
CodeCov doesn't fail, right?
it could fail.
So
I mean, for this we just have to check the exit code to we need to remove the -- exit code, and then it will always be green. So I mean, if you just want to make it green, then we could.
right, but then we won't see the
Yeah,
report.
exactly. Yeah. If it's not red, we won't see it.
Okay, let me see
Like-
if there's a way to do that.
So if you just
You-
want to make it green, then that's definitely possible.
I think what she wants is like how CodeCov puts a comment on the PR but doesn't
Yeah.
show up as a test.
But it would be like always create a comment on all future PRs. We
Yeah.
would need to have like a database to say, oh, hey, we saw these vulnerabilities, and then for anything new that we like comment on it. I think that's what Rita is mentioning. Is that right, Rita?
Yeah, just like CodeCov. And I think that way it gives us, like the maintainers, a signal there's a vulnerability, and then we can create an issue to fix it or push a PR, but it doesn't block the PR.
But
That
so say
Mhm.
it's like CodeCov. Do you want a GitHub like a bot comment on every PR? Say there's like 2 vulnerabilities here. Do you want the comment of 2 vulnerabilities on every PR?
I think that's kind of what we want, right? So that we can see it whenever there is a
Isn't this the same
PR.
thing basically? It just sort of shows like an X, and then you can click on it and.
Except this is blocking.
I think
It's not blocking, it's an optional thing. You can still merge it. Only ones I think we have blocking is the DCO one, which is required.
I guess the difference is like you got to click into the details to see it versus the code cub one is the report is there.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do the commenting,
Okay,
but that seems more intrusive than the.
you
this
think
one.
so? I mean, I don't know. I mean, what do y'all prefer?
it sounds like we're sort of debating the messaging that this gives to contributors of PRs, right? And what signaling and what actions that signaling will cause them to want to take. I think with the goal of not frustrating them after out of submitting PRs.
Yeah,
or,
that's
or
my
causing
concern. Yeah.
unneeded-
And
Yeah.
Ernest pasted the link. I think that may be what I'm looking for actually.
I mean, we can definitely create a comment, but wouldn't that be more alarming if you don't want to alarm people?
So the comment is it possible to, like, ideally this wouldn't again show up unless the PR itself is introducing the vulnerability, but that's not a possible thing. Is there any way to like prefix the comment with these may be pre-existing vulnerabilities on the repository? Please take a look. If they're not relevant to your PR, ignore them. They're informational for the maintainers. Something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Looks like you can.
But I think if we don't want to alarm people,
Well, so let me just clarify. It's not that we don't, the issue is not to alarm people. The issue is you want to give the contributor a good experience such that we don't want to block a PR that they don't know how to fix. And
yeah,
by
like
adding to sorry, go ahead.
Oh, we want notice. We don't want people to be blocked or spend cycles trying to fix things unless it's relevant to what they just did.
Right.
But yeah, and we do want, like, it's not the existence of the vulnerabilities that I think Rita is concerned about.
Right.
Well, I
and
mean,
we want to see it, like we do want to see it, and we want to make it visible, right? And this is why clicking into details, in my opinion, kind of defeats the purpose, right? Because then it requires people to go click into it to see it. So the report is nice, right? Because then it's right there, and as maintainers, we see it. And it's readily available. And you know, to Max's point, if we put a thing that says like, this is informational, then it, you know, it again gives signal to the contributor, like this is not something you need to necessarily fix unless it's introduced by them, in which case the maintainers can ask them to go fix it, right? Does that make sense, Sertaj?
Yeah, definitely. But unless we fix it, so like some of them we need to just flat out ignore like the npm ones because they cannot be fixed. And some of them, I think we can add a comment, just have like a nice message saying, "Oh, hey, this is something we saw, and you don't have to fix these," or something like that, or create an issue or something like that.
Right. And you said the npm ones is not fixable.
Yeah, they're. I mean, this also doesn't affect Gatekeeper.
So do we maybe want to? Can we like?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him to
them?
ignore
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just there's no point of it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Again, I don't think this should block this PR. I mean, again, we don't want to block, you know, his their contribution, right? But I think it's good for us to come back and fix this so that it doesn't impact future PRs. So, do we have a path forward? What do y'all think? Should we try the thing that Ernest pasted?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying at all. Instructions to user, add comment, don't throw up a nasty red thing. Maybe we want to throw up a nasty red thing if it's a release, right? So we don't accidentally push out something when, you know, there's a fix out there that we should have integrated. But I don't know how fancy we want to get with the like copy paste and slightly different actions. So yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we have another item in the agenda. I don't know who added this.
That's me.
Okay, go for it.
So this is the issue I was referring to last week. Yeah, migrating my external data provider templates to the Open Policy Agent org. So it looks like we have some +1 from you guys. I think we're still missing some +1 from the OPA maintainers. And I'm not sure, because I'm probably not going to be available starting next week. So I was thinking maybe I should transfer the repository to maybe Sertaj or Jeremy or Rita on Friday.
Let me just bump Torn real quick. That's probably the quickest. Tim and
Okay.
Torn, yeah. I assume
Yep.
they're the right people, 2+1.
What's the voting threshold for adding this stuff? Is it 2/3?
Probably.
Okay, sounds good. And if there's no any updates by Friday, maybe I can transfer the repository.
Yeah, you can transfer to me.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
Yeah, 2/3 organization vote from all areas of expertise.
Hmm.
That means.
I just noticed we never tagged them.
Oh, well, that'll do it. We technically have 2/3, but it's nice.
For, yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Okay. Anything else? Triage time.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone wants to do it today? If not, I could do it since y'all did it last 2 times. You care?
No, that's.
Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen okay?
I see your background. It's very colorful.
What do we say? Open stale PR. Okay. There PRs we want to close here.
Oh, that one I reopened so we can finish up that one.
Right. Should I assign it to you then?
Sure. Yeah, I think we just need to merge it.
Yeah, I think you need to like rebase.
Yeah, and
right?
there are some merge conflicts, but other than that, yeah.
Got it. Okay. How about this? Do we want to go back to March, I guess?
Also, we never took action for the stale bot thing.
Yeah.
Do we open an issue for it?
I don't think so. I think we had some notes. Yeah. on June 29.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I don't think we have feature cost. Add. Sounds good.
I mean, I'll integrate it if we're okay with the decision at the time.
What do we call this? Why do we have so many tags?
We should probably add a meta management tag for this one.
More? No, you're joking, but that's not funny. Oh, GitHub Actions, maybe?
Sure, or CI or something. I don't know.
Oh God, I don't think there's CI here.
There's no CI. No. Build. I think.
I mean,
build
there's build testing.
Yeah, just go for that one. Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. So this one, are we just waiting on author? I think is it just waiting to be merged?
Oh, I think it just needs to be closed. I probably forgot about this one because maybe I removed it and I think I was just going to close it. I mean, merge it then.
Okay. Do you want to come back to this then?
Yeah, I will take a look.
Does it have, oh no, it needs another reviewer, I think. Oh, wait, Max, did you approve? No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, nobody approved.
Yeah. Okay, so
I will come back to this.
we shall do this and that, and we are good to go. All right. So I think we're good here, right? The rest of them, they are just waiting for authors. So I think, what about this one? I think he's still working on this, right, Davis?
Is this the generator resources things? Yeah.
Well, this is for the CLI.
It is expanded. I think it's just generator resources generally.
Generally. So is this PR like old now?
No, it's was updated yesterday.
Are you looking into the least recently updated Rita?
Oh, is it? Oh, 14 hours. Okay, never mind. Okay. No, I was just looking at like day opened. Yeah. So I should probably do. You're right. Sorry about that.
Yeah, those 3 ones, I think, just waiting for all 2.
Okay. Okay, then I think we're good, right? Or is, yeah, you're doing that one. Okay, so I think we're good. All right, so let's come back to issues.
So this is a large feature. I don't know. I haven't heard from Marcin if in a while. I don't know if they're still interested in this. And I haven't heard other people asking for it, to be honest.
Should we ask him if he's interested?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it certainly has a lot of implications for cluster operators if they turn it on.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess depending on what he says, we may close it, or he can continue to work on it, right?
Yeah.
All right, I think that sounds reasonable to me. Oh, come on. What? Weird. Okay. Hmm. Do we?
So unfortunately, this is the time where none of the Red Hat people are around.
Yeah.
So
February 17th. What was the decision in that one?
I think that was a decision, right?
To list out the requirements.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe should we just ask him if he has any updates on these?
I don't think Font is working on this anymore, right? There's a new.
Tom. Is that
Yeah.
Thomas, yeah.
Thomas? Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you have any updates on these?
Are they still interested in? Because I think Thomas had basically sort of said, "Oh, we're just maintaining this on the side."
Right. Okay. Cool. Not too bad, I guess. So it's all TBD. Oh, this guy.
It seems like a issue for the library at this point.
But if it's the functionality, then it would be in Gatekeeper, wouldn't it?
I think this is just about the build process, right? And the making it so that users don't need to like copy paste.
Right. And I think you mentioned using the libs concept, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the library, well, it said there are no examples. That's out of date. There are now, but it's still they're copy pasted examples. The build process for constraint templates doesn't currently have a way to leverage library code. I mean to say this is library code, bundle it wherever it's asked for.
So what do we want to do here?
What's happening here? Oh, yeah. We don't want to have shared code across templates. That's fraud.
Yeah, I think that's what the original issue is. So so we don't have to like copy paste libs.
Yeah.
Well, so there's two things, right? There's copy paste libs, right? Which yes, we shouldn't copy paste as like a human interaction. But then there's the question of should there be like a shared library type model, right? Where multiple constraint templates are reaching out to the same Rego. That second one is probably no. Because like think about the update story, for instance, you could wind up with two templates relying on different versions of the same dependency that for whatever reason isn't compatible. And this is K8s, right? This isn't like a static build thing where it can stop and say like, hey, do something about this before I can continue. So they wind up with broken policy.
Yeah, so it sounds like, toolings outside of Gatekeeper is basically scanning for the import and putting it in, like copying it, right? Duplicating it in the libs of every constraint template.
Yeah, like I don't know
programmatically, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this issue needs to design the solution. I think it's more like it is a requirement that we don't currently address.
I mean,
like I think what you're saying is reasonable, but what I'm saying is I wouldn't want to presuppose the correct solution. I'd rather give someone who's like, yes, I want to take this on, time to think about it, consider alternatives, and design something.
Okay. So do we just close it and say this is designed as desired or behave as designed?
Well, this is a bug for the library, right?
Again, I don't think it's I mean, just if you look at this proposal, right, that
right,
seems like a design. Mm-hmm.
The original posting of the bug. So the original need is the library bug, right? And their proposed solution further down is no, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's they're proposing a design, right? You proposed another design that's like scanning the import stuff. There's probably a third design where users manually specify use this library, or I don't know, and also the where that library code lives and how it's indexed, right? That's another aspect of the design. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, as a bug, it's a library bug, and I don't think, at least how I'm reading it, the ask isn't shared Rego so much as it is library, Rego library. I like either could address the bug.
Okay. But let's say if I put the common libs in config maps, right? How would I be able to use that in constraint templates? I wouldn't be able to, right?
No, I'm saying that that's not the bug. That's just a comment, an assumption that someone made, right? If someone says in an issue, hey, I would like to do XYZ because I have this need, right? But their ask in terms of the feature set, for whatever reason, doesn't quite pan out. However, there's other ways to implement Z, or to implement their feature set. We still keep the bug for the feature set, as well as saying, here's why that idea doesn't quite work, right? So that when it does come time to actually implement whatever satisfies that need, we have a record of what wouldn't work and why, right?
Sure. So what's the proposal to move it to the library repo?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that sound good to everybody? Yes, no. Okay. All right, I will move it later. Look at this one. Don't we have this now?
This is exclusion into OPA cache.
I think so.
Yeah, we definitely have seen.
Yeah, we have the namespace.
It's not asking for by label, right?
I don't think.
Like namespace label.
Oh, no,
Because
this
that
is
we do
allow
not have.
inclusion. This is not exclusion. This is inclusion.
Oh, do we do? Okay.
So this is the opposite of what we have now. We have exclusion. I think it's on the exempt namespace, Rita.
Where is this?
One down from what you have.
Oh, okay. Of course, it's right below. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this issue is asking for inclusion, not exclusion.
Hmm.
So we would only sync that namespace and nothing else.
Hmm. Good. That seems reasonable, right?
Would we want to do that for all of it?
What is this? 1044.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
actually asking about labels.
My comment on February 16th
Hmm. This one?
is yeah, there's currently we can't go as far as that because if we use namespace selector, right, and a namespace changes, then we would need to wipe the OPA cache and resync everything. Whereas right now, if we're just requiring specific namespace names, we only need to do that if the config changes. So depending on the scope that we would want to address this, we might be blocked on the ability to iterate over cache data, which would be necessary for avoiding this full resync behavior.
So I feel like this is like, and this is probably closer to meeting. So should we maybe close this and just say this is duplicate of this? Like, or should be, this could be the potential solution to address this, right?
I think that's still excluding though, no?
Yeah, but if you have labels, you could use that.
But you'll have to exclude all the labels.
I mean,
So if there's like another new thing, then you'll have to just keep adding for exclusions. I mean, it's fine if you don't want to do the inclusion.
you mean
but
like
they're
keep
not the same
adding
thing.
labels to new namespaces?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inclusion
There's also
is like
namespace selector.
And this is 1078 is for audit, and this is for sync. I think the idea here is to use the same selector across the board, though.
Yeah.
Right.
If So I'm kind of reading this as we should duplicate the same like selection criteria, including like namespace name, like namespaces, exclude namespaces, namespace selector, label selector, blah, blah, blah. Which would then overlap. I don't know if I'm reading too much into the discussion. Also, as I said, there's this blocking issue around namespace selectors, specifically for sync. Because my comment on February 19th on this other bug, the 1078 one, mentions what I just said, basically.
Mhm. Okay. So how do we want to, I mean, sounds like it should still remain open. I don't know.
We can deduplicate, I think, as long as other people agree that I'm not like overreading into this 1078 bug, that it also includes sync.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yeah.
I think so.
Although his efficiency comment is no longer true after sharded rego at the top of the bug.
Mhm.
Still might be more efficient. You only do the matching once versus for all constraints.
Okay, I mean, let's just update this to say this is not just for audit, right? Like, I think that's your point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's on the config resource, then it should be for all of them.
All, what do we say?
I think it's in processes.
All processes. All, is that what we call it?
Yeah. Is it process I?
Oh, yeah. I think the way we have it designed, it would have to be for all processes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's
webhook,
why.
mutation, sync,
Right.
audit. I think those are.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then I'm happy with marking this as triage, and obviously need more discussion. And then this one we'll just close in favor of 1078. Sounds good. Okay. Cool. Hey, and we get this one for free. Yay. Triage for free. Yeah. All right. Oh, look, all closed or merged, I mean.
Oh, no, I think those are Max's comments.
Oh, I see.
I think I don't know if they are addressed, but
From 2019.
yeah.
We'll see how good the memory is.
Area, we could.
I don't know if he did these. Let me check.
This again. We should just have that in the in the issue template. And say, if you want this, here's the answer. Very frequently asked question.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in like the past 6 months at least, though.
Oh no, I've seen issues that ask for this, like either in audit or I think there was one in audit, and then there was another one for metrics, probably.
We just got a question about this from Aaron, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
was in the
recent.
poll. Yeah, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You forgot.
Maybe I'm desensitized at this
You're like,
point.
nah. Yeah, and then I think you mentioned like someone wanted to add like a feature flag. That way people who really, really want it, they could do it.
Yeah. And that person, like, I think they started work on it, and this is years ago, but I think they kind of
Okay.
just stopped. Don't know why.
Probably because we said this is privacy concerns or whatever, right? Or data.
Oh no, we had said that prior to them like saying, well, okay, but what if we flag gate it?
Yeah.
And I think our answer is, okay, if you flag gate it and we can easily like maintain it still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the issue was the delete the memory leak. Like, how do you clean up?
Yeah, I mean, there's myriad issues with this, with that idea. But yes, that is one. In fact,
but I guess if you're building like you have control over this, then it may not be so bad. Like if you're controlling the constraints and templates rollout, for example.
Yeah, I have no doubt that there are classes of users for which this would never cause a problem, or for which they're willing to deal with the downsides of like forever scaling Prometheus aggregators. It's just not something, because it's a common ask and because it's so far counter to what you should do. It's not something we want to guide people to if they otherwise wouldn't have done it.
Oh, it's this PR via a flag.
Yeah.
It is this one. Why did I close it?
Inactivity.
Oops.
October 2020.
Boy, look at all these forking this. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, coming back to this. Has this been fixed or no? If not, we should keep it open, right?
I don't remember any follow-up, but then again, this is almost 3 years old now.
So Taj, you said you were checking?
I checked one of them. We didn't had that one.
It's
and
not there?
some of them are like nits, also from Max. So
Okay.
Yeah, the performance one could actually, like, we've definitely seen locks cause issues. I don't know if that one has caused issues, but anytime you can get rid of a lock, it's unambiguously good.
Okay. So sounds good. So we'll just leave it open, right? We're good. I think that's it. And we're out of time. Cool. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
I ended a stale PR, by the way. So hopefully this will gonna.
Oh, you
Cool,
added
Tom.
it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye.